Welcome to the Psyche Haters Club, where the fake get loud when the views dry up. Got a halo on crooked, got a sermon half baked. Say I'm praying for you while the screenshots get saved. They got concerned in their voice, poison in the cup. Say I hate drama while they wind it up. Got pearls in a death grip. Clutch, clutch, talk real big online, in person not much. They got 12 fake pages and one tired scheme saying cheap perfume on a recycled meme. Same fake app, same roomie face, same two-step shuffle when you bring the receipts. They whisper, they wiggle, they edit, they shove, then act brand new. When the chorus comes up, it's the Psych Haters Club. Fake saint, fake hug, fake tears, fake love. They throw one rock, then hide that glove. Big mad, bad vibes, little bad, bone stuff. Psych Haters Club, whole lot of bargain bin tucks. They say be kind with a forked up tongue. Welcome baby to the Haters Club. Front row seat at the Nobody Asked Awards. Best fake victim, best twisting word. Best I'm above this while refreshing the feed. Best crocodile tears in a thirsting stampede. Got a PhD in selective recall. Can't remember your typo, forget what they cause. They start the fire, then ring the alarm, then show up in beige like I meant no harm. Buddy, buddy smile with a snake in the purse. They call it boundaries, but they stalk your search. They say I want peace with a megaphone grin. Translation, please let me gossip again. They poke, then panic, then faint, then bluff, then swear they're shocked when you call their stuff. It's the Psych Haters Club. Fake saint, fake hug, fake tears, fake love. They throw one rock, then hide that glove. Big mad, bad vibes, little bad, bone stuff. Psych Haters Club, whole lot of bargain bin tucks. They say be kind with a forked up tongue. Welcome baby to the Haters Club. Same clown, new wig, same lies, same spin, same not me face when the truth walks in. They weaponize whisper like it's sacred art. A little lie here, then a comment dart. Then they cosplay wise with a filtered quote, like duct tape on a leak in a sinking boat. Got outrage on tap, morality rented. Every fake crusade comes pre-invented. If envy burn calories, they'd all be thin, but here they come, chewing glass again. They love saying he's bothered with a smirk and a shake while building old channels off the crumbs they make. Imagine being that press that love that stuff, built like a grudge with a coupon for luck. They want your name, but they don't want smoke. When the punchline bad, can't handle the joke. Wanna throw darts and cry to me after dancing barefoot through a gasoline scene. So here's a mirror, polish it up. See that face, that's the Haters Club. No mystery there, no grand deep plot. Just a room full of people with a whole lot of noise. haters club. Punch clock, bitter, stir it up. If you can't create, then critique the sport. Little kings and queens of the food court. Same clown, new wig, same tired shrug. Welcome, baby, to the haters club.
Wow, some people are really rude. Some people are really rude. Really rude. Well, not the. I mean, it's like some people have good suggestions, but I know that they're going to control about. Oh, this is not about the cat. Can you have a little compassion? I don't know. I guess not. I wake up. Okay, so last night I was out. Lola and I went walking around, and she's concerned because like they didn't always get along. They're kind of like, and they're just chasing each other around the other day. They're like their mother and son, and like I said, once the kitten's got a certain size, she wanted nothing to do with them, and so Trix is like the only one that he's our only son that I have, but she's concerned. I went to this person, Money 420. I don't know this person's problem. Yeah, I don't see Bathory because she's irrelevant to me and she's blocked, so I don't see her. But guys, if she starts saying some stupid shit, you can go ahead and just mute. I don't really have mods, but I have a few. She starts saying stupid shit, just kick her stupid ass out of here. Okay, anyway. It's been about 24 hours. Probably the longest he's been gone. So last night I did go out walking with Lola, and she was walking with me, and she's very concerned. She was also like a little depressed and trying to get some attention. She's right here. Lola. She's concerned. She loves him. It turns out she really loves him a lot. Okay, not back yet. He'll come back. I put out the alert on Nextdoor. With a photo of him and my number. You could be making babies. Hi, Katrina. Thank you for I saw you in the other chat. Hey, Black RG. What's happening? I saw you in the other chat. Thank you for at least letting her know it wasn't personal. She kind of came at me, and then Money 420 is so fake. I just have to say, I just had talked to him on another show, and he's like, why can't people just be like, if you don't like me and stuff, just say it to my face, people he's just fake. He's like another place. Oh, I mean, she's everyone's friend and stuff. I don't care about mod or whatever, in any chat anymore, ever, I just would I don't understand too. Oh, this is entertainment. He literally, this horrible guy comes up. First of all, it says I'm on meth and crack, and I'm dirty, disgusting, blah blah, and screaming. And then he starts screaming at Summer, saying Summer has AIDS, and then it comes on the screen. Oh, this is just for entertainment purposes only. I'm like, this is a guy that basically he hops the turnstiles, as a regular thing. He gets arrested, and stuff for his motorcycle and shit like that, and I don't know, for trying to evade police, and he gets maced in the fucking subway, and this is I don't know, but he's fake. I mean, he's just fake. I'm so sick of people being so nice to me in my show or other shows, and oh yeah, and then it's and then they allow this. Is this entertainment? Calling a mother, Summer is literally a mother, I think, of 9 children, and you're gonna say you're an AIDS infected bitch. I mean, it's just so disgusting. Yeah, I got maced. My little sister, I was probably 7 or something. She was probably 5, and my dad left us in the car to go. It was kind of at a remember it was like some kind of construction site or something. But so I was sitting there reading a book. My dad would always have like, we're lucky she'd pull out the gun because my dad would have guns in his glove compartment and shit. Like I don't even think that is legal. Nights he'd carry nightsticks and he'd call them even a kind of a more crude name and stuff. But so she pulled out the mace and she maced me, my little sister. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I just remember I was like, it was like probably one of the worst pain in my life, I think. And then my dad came in. I was like, ah! He came, but luckily they had a sink there, and so I just remember, he put me under a sink, like a big industrial kind of sink. They had this. It was like kind of like it was kind of like at some kind of construction site or something, but and just washed out my eye. And I was okay, but I was sitting there reading a book. My sister, like, I think she just thought I looked so dumb sitting there reading a book or something like that. So she just sprayed me with mace. I'm sure she got some too because we're sitting in like a little car. Also, what else happened once before? We were parked in a car, and she pulled I don't know if I pulled it or she pulled it, but one of us pulled the gear into like reverse, and the car started pulling backward into the street. Luckily, it was just a smaller, and I don't think anything happened. Yeah, I mean, there's also I can tell stories. I actually almost died when I was like a baby because I started projectile vomiting everything. Now Trix is not back. Lola's. I put a next door ad. I'm gonna like call the animal. They have an animal thing control, and it's just like that's kind of like they don't pick up animals. They just like would tell me if they found a body of a cat. I mean, that's why it's kind of like I'm kind of like a little bit scared to call and stuff. Unfortunately, I have had there are coyotes here, but I'm sure last night when I was walking around with Lola, like we were looking last night, and I called. And I heard a cat meowing back, and it sounded like Trix, and it's like it was impossible to get to where he was and stuff. But I was just like, it was so close to the house that I was like, he'll just be back. Like he's just like probably just like at a neighbor. So, but I don't know if he's inside a house. Do I pop smoke for real? But I would projectile vomit like every liquid. I was just on a liquid diet, as a baby. Basically, I was just drinking bottles and stuff. And I was like, and it was so, can you imagine? Like it's like The Exorcist, like having your baby with The Exorcist. Hi everybody. And so, yeah, fuck. So the doctors would be like, they thought my mom had like Munchausen by proxy or something, which is like, they thought she was like either an over-concerned mom, but then I was like losing a lot of weight and I was like getting really skinny. And finally they went to a doctor. They had just figured out the surgery a few years, like I think in like the late 70s. It's something called pyloric stenosis. Yeah, pictures come back. It's something called pyloric stenosis, and it's like a narrow esophagus. And so I had to have surgery for that. Good afternoon, good morning. It is 9 a.m. here. But my hair was so blonde, it was white, but when I went for the surgery, because they did surgery to open up the esophagus or whatever to make it less narrow. So I wouldn't throw up, right? And so I had that surgery, and I was so skinny, I was so skinny, but I was so I didn't have veins, and so they put the IV in my head and the veins in my head, and so there's pictures of me as a baby, like I don't know. You want to see my baby photos? I have some baby photos of myself. Shit. I was actually a cute baby. I wasn't always such a terrible person. Yeah. was a very happy baby. So, yeah. I even played. I even was a football player. I played football. I guess. This. I remember when I had this photo taken. It was like I think they were taking photos of the preschool, and we walked in. It was a dark room, and I was like just freaked out. As you can see, I was kind of like I had this. I was kind of scared. Couldn't see. Yeah. It's a happy little kid. This is one of my classic favorite ones. I had the copper tone. Here I was probably about 5 years old, maybe 4 or 5. Let's see. Here's Mike a little bit older. I'm wearing Nike. I was always very fashionable. My mom was very fashionable. This one's kind of funny. This kind of reminds me of my older brother too. He has this look. There I am. I look like a little football a little bit. I'm in a nice jacket. And here's one of my school photos. I lost my teeth. I jumped off the fire. My parents had this stone fireplace in their bedroom. And here's the last one. Yeah. But anyway, those are my baby photos. My mom, they had a stone fireplace in their bathroom, and not bathroom, sorry, their bedroom. And I'd just jump off the fireplace, and I jumped off the fireplace one day, and I my teeth went all the way up into my gums. I looked like I was missing the teeth, but I pushed them up into my gums, and so I had to go to the emergency dentist in the middle of the night, and probably about 3 or 4 years old. So I'm probably 4, maybe 5, and that's one of my first memories too. Is like this dark dentist office, getting my teeth fixed. Not fixed, but they pulled them out, and so I was like, I had no teeth for a while. I just had no front teeth, and then buck teeth. And I can't. And they came back in buck teeth, because they come in. Yeah. Anyway, also there's like a famous story where my brother came home from school. I guess the housekeeper had left out. I guess lemon pledge or something like that, some kind of floor cleaner. And I remember that's one of my first memories. I just remember thinking it was apple juice or something. And so I just picked up the bottle and started drinking out of the lemon pledge. And I was like, ah! My brother came home from school. I was probably about 3. So he was probably about 13 years old. He was in middle school. It was right across the street. And he came home from school and he just saw me convulsing on the floor, like with the stuff coming out of my mouth. And he ran me to the police station, and then they put us in the police car, and the police car took us to the hospital and stuff. That's another thing. Also, we've had several close calls with several family members in the pool. Like it was like the pool of death. We had unfortunately raccoons would drown in it. We unfortunately had a bird, African gray parrot, that drowned in the pool. It was pine sol, probably, yeah. Well, unfortunately, I was like, when I went over to that channel where you're talking about, Clumsy, and Sandman followed me over there, and I kind of got ganged up on. Someone clapped me. I think he clapped me, and then I was like, well, I'm a member of this channel. And I was like, give me immunity right now, or I won't be back. And Sandman just like, get out of here, nigga. It's just like, and they didn't have my back. And so it kind of just showed me something, So, it's like, yeah, and it's like, I understand clapping systems. I understand maybe they started as a clapping system or whatever, and that's his clap and whatever. But I've broken the rules on it before. Like I've had people where I've refunded the money to them and said, no, I'm not clapping this person before. Just based on certain. It's basically to my discretion, and so it's not like they had to. You know, sometimes people can make a decision about it, right? And so I understand. I understand if somebody gets clapped at my show, and then they don't want to ever come back. I mean, that's part of the risk, but it's like at a certain time too. There are like I know I think I'm gonna like I would never like I would not clap a managing mod and like I don't know. It's like maybe it's arbitrary, maybe it's like not the best system to have. I don't really like no one really like does it. There's some people that are like just are annoying me, and then it's like so I really don't care if I clap them, but it's like some people I would, and so half the claps are fake. Yeah, but yeah, they put some timer on me. There's like a 5-minute timer where they're like letting me basically, and I was like, well, like I was just confused. I was like, am I clapped? Or it was like there was a timer. I don't know. They run this 5-minute timer, and I'm not gonna sit there for 5 minutes having Sandman like laughing at me and like, and I was like, okay, well, they made their decision, and I just left like in within like a minute and stuff. I just left on my own. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna sit here and like sit there. With them like kind of like laughing at me, and I so yeah, and it's time, and then it's also like for example, Sandman keeps clapping me, and then he continues to play my content on the same show. So my content isn't. So isn't that almost like I'm on the show still? I don't understand, except that I can't defend myself, and like it's like if you're gonna play my content, that's not like if I get clapped, that should just take me off. Like I wouldn't sit there playing clips of somebody that got clapped. You know. Yeah, so I don't quite know. I'm trying to tell like little. I don't know what's going on in the chat or whatever. I'm not really like I have just a few mods, so if a few mods are. I don't think there's anybody here, but I don't feel like necessarily like getting involved in the chats. Like I don't care who's in the chat really. Like it's like what like nobody's gonna hurt anybody in the chat. It's like as for coming on the panel, yeah, maybe I'll have some more discretion about panelists, but at the same time, like I said, I'm into true crime. I'm into like letting people, even controversial people, even like maybe people that have done despicable things. It's not called platform. I don't know if it's necessarily platforming. That's not supporting or endorsing their behavior, but I'll certainly give people a chance to defend themselves if they feel like they're being, and then and then that kind of thing, right? I'm not really about this person cannot be heard, and I mean it's like or seen or something like that, So if people want to be in chat, I really don't care. At least they can defend them. Other people can be in the chat. Like I can't go over everybody's accusations, everybody's criminal record. I don't know all the information about some things. There's a lot of people that are leveling accusations and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think that I've had some good conversations with him. I think he's addressed stuff, and like my real opinion of it is that if somebody has done something so terrible, they should be in prison, or they should. I mean, it's like that kind of thing, right? Or it's like if they've done something, they can be convicted. If they're not, then what do I? What I'm going to try people in the court of public opinion? Well, I love Joker. I like Benny, and did they murder anybody? Or I mean, I just don't know. I don't think so. I don't believe so. And see, and then other people, right? And then it's like, then do you like it when people do that to you? Like, it's like we have to think. It's like when we are we able to take these accusations too? And it's like, and then it's like, what? How am I supposed to sort through it? Is that my responsibility? That's what we have the law enforcement for. Yeah. He begged me for a rent. Oh my God. Maybe that's why he's mad or something like that. But He just wants to make money off of me, basically. That's all. That's all. He either wants to take my chat. He comes in here. Oh, we're starting a penis right now. Oh, I'm starting my own live, blah, blah. And it's like, get out. Like, excuse me. Like, do I? Yeah, I think I've said I'm doing a live. I mean, maybe maybe I've been on a panel and been treated terribly on a panel, but no, but it's usually at the end of their show. You know, maybe I haven't been perfect with that, and maybe I've said, well, I'm starting my own live, blah blah. Come over there, and then left the panel real quickly. But you know, it's just like, you know, it's pretty. I understand it's rude, but right. The way he does it, he's like, oh, it's like just like sneaky. It's like he'll like come on the panel, and then he'll come on just a panel just to say, oh, please start live, please start live. Not like be on the panel, have a talk, and say, and then maybe like it's like feels mistreated or something on the panel, and then says, well, I'm going to start my own live or something. He's going to promote some other channel, you know. Oh, kidding, yeah. It's not it's just tobacco. It's not even weed. So that's why they're weak, because it's like, it is kind of strong tobacco, because it's a Swisher. So it's not a waste. It's just. Yeah. So anyway, you know, it's kind of a little difficult day. I'm just keeping my ears on the phone. You know, I have, you know, this Nextdoor app is really good in my experience for. Yeah, Puffy. I don't know. It's like it gets kind of crazy, right? You know, I just remember what I'm afraid of is like, you know, hearing about a body or something like that, and it's like that just like makes me sad. You know, there are hazards to allowing your cats outside. I've decided that. I mean, I have a cat door. You know, I've decided it is a quiet, relatively neighborhood. It's not like just like, you know, New York City. You know, it's like very suburban. There's a big backyard, and there's a lot of it goes right back into like a big kind of field, and like there's a lot of, I know, and the cats like it. The cats like to go outside and do their business, and they like to, you know, chase birds and squirrels and stuff, and so I understand there's consequences sometimes to, but just like people with kids that allow, you know, they're, like, I think I was 14 or 15 years old, and I was like, I got invited to this girl's house. We were like, we were going to go to the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and she had to call the person's mom and make sure it wasn't some kind of like drinking party, or I don't know. She was kind of protective, but then eventually she just like, you know, eventually I was just able to go and do what I wanted to do, you know. Because you can't like really, you know. Yeah, I know they're gonna criticize anything, you know, call me bad cat father, and you know, and like, oh, it's your fault, and blah blah blah, and it's like, you know, you don't know how hard it is for me. I love this cat, and he's my baby. He's like the youngest. Lola is kind of really concerned. I've never seen her like their behavior changes and stuff when this stuff happens. You know, hi, coming over. You heard me talking about you? I know. I was talking about you. I'm gonna get him fixed. But I can, you know, there are some like, you know, clinics that are like either low cost or free. They're not necessarily like, it's here. I can make an appointment to. It's like they're different times. You have to kind of watch the website and catch when they're gonna have it, and then make some arrangements and planning to make sure I got everything, you know. But he's the only cat that's not fixed. They are all fixed except for him. You know, he's the only one that's not fixed. And then it's like, you know, Hi, Lenore. Lenore's fixed. Oh, baby. Yeah. I don't. I know. I guess like some gay guy or some straight guys. I guess. Well, I said a gay guy. Like he's gay. I don't know. Like he is jealous. Like, and it's like, why doesn't he have like 100 people in the chat like all the time, and he has the people like buying song after song after song after terrible song. I mean, it's like people say, oh, the music I make is bad and stuff. But it's like you should hear this mumble rap bullshit, or like and then he's like singing along to it, and then it's like he's just like so. It's just like ugh. I don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Yeah, and I'm sure he has fake claps and to make it look like it's a more active system, and right, because then people were like, oh, like everyone's clapping, and it's just like basically, yeah, you can just, I'll say, okay, I mean, I kick people off the panel all the time. I don't necessarily say, oh, I got clapped and I just made money from this and stuff. I think like maybe like trying to like, I think some of them probably have been fake, and if he doesn't want to talk to somebody, or he wants to look like the cool guy, or look like somebody so unpopular. I never like, I don't know. I know there's people that don't like me and stuff, but and I know Christine is like, I think basically I know the people that like are clappers and stuff. Yeah, because it's like I have my show, and so I see who's paid and stuff for that, and I know who does it, and and when certain people are not around anymore, that all of a sudden like it seems to like the whole system kind of drive. Some people are just basically the only people that do it. I mean, it's not everybody that does it. Hey, come here, babe. But I'm sorry. Now I'm not trying to like be tired or whatever. I'm kind of like a little bit cold right now, so I'm just kind of cuddling under the blanket. And I want to cuddle with Lenore. Lenore, come here. Can you cuddle with me? Here, cuddle with me. My baby. She's sitting right. She's sitting right here. Yeah. Here's Lenore. Since I have a gay perspective on gay people, it's like, no disrespect, but do you think Sam would be closet homosexual that wants to come out of the closet? I think that there's a lot. I basically think that, especially nowadays, like when I used to think that like it was like gay people were like a minority in a specific kind of like, but then there was the closet masculine ones and stuff like that, and the gym people and blah blah. Like they're like, I think like a lot of guys that are into their like bodybuilding and like their own bodies are like I think a lot of them are attracted to the male body. Not to be weird. I mean, I've also like, there's also hustlers that kind of like are gay for pay. That's the thing. But in my experience, they're usually bisexual or maybe gay or something like that. I think sexuality is more fluid than we kind of think. I think that it's like, kind of encouraged in society. I think a lot of men just want to have a family and stuff like that, and so some of them will just, I just think, especially LA, it seems like bisexuality is pretty common out here. Yeah, I do think he might. I mean, it's like you can just tell how he glazes on other men and stuff. Like usually you can tell like how he has crushes on like Barry and stuff, and you can kind of tell that there's something more than just like I'm a heterosexual guy, right? You only like trans or traps? I don't know. Yeah, and then the transgender thing too. I mean, it's like now we have transgender, and so it's like I think also that there's transgenders put into the entertainment industry, and in like because there's such now if you plastic surgery nowadays, you can I mean, there's some people that are very passable, like, and you would never know. And it's like, and so that can fuck up a guy's head if he's like, just as like, because guys are very visual. Men are more like, on like the visual side of a track because they're just like they see something they're like, oh, don't fight. What, Rudy? Rudy, Lola, and Lenore all over here. Lola looks a little concerned. So, you like trans? You only like trans? Or are you saying you like women and trans, or you are exclusively interested in trans? That's the thing too. I mean, they're called tranny chasers. Like I don't, not to like, there's somebody that's passed away that, I was like, he passed away last year. He's part of that kind of community. I met him on this, or I met him before on Benny's channel, but then I came across him at this transgenders channel. This transgender, it's called Sabrina TW. You like both? Okay, you like men, you like women and trans. Okay, well that's cool. I mean, to admit that, that's pretty, because guys give each other shit for that, but I think it's probably way more common that they might have an affection, because I think guys are like, just like, it's kind of weird like how men are attracted to women and like but women are like kind of like pretty sweet, like, or like, or like, feminine, so men are attracted to femininity sometimes, right? So yeah, but if you're attracted to trans, Brandon, I'm like wondering, is there any, how about like, what about a femme, one of those femme guys, or like, like there's guys that are like they're very feminine. Are you attracted to feminine men? Like, or is it like, what level does it have to be trans? Like, does it have to have a good wig or something? Or like they have to like be passable? Are you attracted to the penis? I mean, it's like, what I do have these questions, and it's like, since you seem open to like, to many, like, I don't know if you'd like, want to tell about, because it's interesting to me. It's just interesting, like what, like how far do you go with that, and like what is that like? So, is that you go to gay bars and seek that out? I mean, because it's like transgenders are not just like everywhere. It's like you have to kind of like seek them out a little bit, I mean, they are everywhere, but they're not just like, it's not that common. It's a pretty, I would say maybe 1%, 2% of the population. Having a fat wife is okay. No, well, hey, there's a song. I was playing this song because, I remember it was in the 5th grade talent show. You never ever. If they look petite and have makeup, then you like. If they look girly, okay. So you like you have like, it's like kind of like you like the feminine look. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah. I think that's kind of a little bit more common nowadays, But there's a song that goes, if you want to be happy for the rest of your life, never make a pretty woman your wife. My personal point of view, pick an ugly girl to marry you. That song? It was like one of the top songs of 1963. I think it was just like, and it's kind of like, it's kind of like, they kind of like talk about ugly women are the best wives because they're good cooks or something like that, and yeah, I don't know. Sometimes like, it's just like a wife, it's just like a woman like with like a ugly husband, I guess. It's like, but the husband is like, and the wife is hot, but the husband is like, people would say he's ugly or something like that, but then it's like because women like security, like that. I'll say men are kind of like more in general interested in the looks, and women are looking at the long-term security. That's because it's usually for her and her children, right? It's because, and she wants to make sure everyone's taken care of and stuff, and so that's kind of more important than having. But then it's like then the women that are attracted to bad boys and stuff, and like or like deadbeat dads and like losers and stuff. You know, I think I don't know. It's just all this can be different, right? Like there's really good looking guys that are just like bad news. That they'll cheat. They'll they won't have a job. They'll just they'll won't support kids if they have kids and stuff. And there's also women that are attracted to like psychopaths. My problem is I'm attracted to psychopaths, in men. I'm attracted to like literally I'm the most attractive thing, like the most attractive men to me, like physically, would probably murder me. Like I mean, it's that's why I can't date. It's too dangerous. It's so dangerous. Yeah. I mean, that said, I mean, it's like, yeah, I mean, it's like, then it's like, yeah, well, and it's like, and also that's why I kind of like stay away from relationships too, is because um, gay people can have a short attention span. Um, when it comes to like, because it's so easy to like hook up within the community that it's like they get bored really easily and they just want to sleep with people. Hey, you want to come up here and cuddle with me? Come on. Miss Lola, you want to cuddle? Where's Trixie? I'm gonna say no. Let's hope Trixie. Oh, I hope he comes back too. I know. Come on, baby. So, yeah, well, maybe, and Trolla covers Vegan Patriot for hours, and then Sandman covers Trolla for hours, and so it's like, it's just people covering people. I mean, it's like, okay, it's like, and seriously, like, some of these things I hear, like, I just hear like on this the Sandman show, and it's like there's 100 people watching, like this woman bitching about some other woman and doing her makeup and stuff. And I'm like, what is this? A makeup tutorial or like what? And then I don't understand either. And I know people will have different people they get along with, and I know but I was at that Money 420s, and he keeps putting this thing. Oh, this is like just for entertainment purposes, and literally he has guests be attacked, calling it, saying, "Oh, you have AIDS, and it's like, sir, excuse me, sir, do you understand? There's like, and I know my show has been a drama show, and people have said ridiculous things. I don't like people attacking people, and then it's like, and then saying that they have diseases and just like they're on drugs, like lying. I mean, it's like and then screaming about it. I don't have I can decide what I want to have a topic about it. It's not my show's not about just like attacking people and yelling. I mean, it has turned into like a lot of a drama show and stuff. I'm sorry if I'm laying down. I'm kind of cold this morning. It's a little bit cold, and I just heard I don't know. I just heard the cat at the door, at the cat door, but I think it was Lenore going outside. Because when Trix comes back, he usually is like meowing a lot. Meow meow. I'm just like waiting for a phone call. Like, oh, he's over here and something like that. Or I've seen him or something, and I feeling like next door is pretty good about that. But I don't know. Hopefully he's not like stuck in somebody's house or something. Sometimes people will take him a bit. Cats usually, for the most part, like 70% of the time they're like nearby, but that's more like new cats that are like because they're not just gonna hide nearby, but they usually they are nearby and stuff. Sometimes male cats tend to wander, they tend to wander, and it's like so. If you can just say a prayer for my cat and that he comes home safe and stuff. I thought I was 90% sure I heard him last night, like very kind of nearby, but like inaccessible. And well, Lola's purring this morning. You're just purring under the blanket, just purring and laying with me, and it's the best feeling to like kind of cuddle with the cat. So I'm sorry, I am like a little bit hungover, a little bit, and a little bit down because of the tricks, but I do want to like talk to you guys and stuff. Sometimes it gets kind of like, yeah, if you don't have someone to talk to, it's like you can get really stuck in your, it's like solitary confinement almost. I do need an outlet to. I am an introvert, and I'm good at like being alone and stuff, but at the same time I don't like to just be stuck in my own head, and I can talk to my cats. Hey baby, I'm Rudy. I sit there. When Rudy's getting old, I mean, it's like I'm just like worried about him. Lola and Lenore are good. They're like the moms. Well, Lenore never was a mom. Lola had one litter, but Lola was a really good mom. But she, she had enough of feeding pretty. Like whenever she was done, she was done. I had another cat, Remy, and she would have full-grown cats. Like they'd be like huge. She had big cats, and they kept trying to feed out for her. The vet was like, "Don't let them do that because it's like it's too much milk." But yeah, but she would like let them feed when they were like adults and stuff, and I was like, you're kind of not supposed to let them do that. Um, but when Lola was done, she was done. But then she kind of does learn to love tricks and stuff like that. So she had a little head down, looked depressed last night, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's like there's something wrong. And also, like always happens. Like I am a psychic. Like and whatever you want to say, like I'm a fake psychic or whatever. Like some people are more believing in this, but it's like there's always like before I've had a cat disappear. There's always this moment where I'm sitting there like with all the cats before it happens, and I'm like this is not going to last forever. There's it's like what I'm going to be with all of them at once. And so maybe I had a feeling like I don't know. I had a cat like when the cats had passed away, like both like a couple of them, like right before they passed away, like they came over and like kind of said a goodbye to me in a way. Like they kind of like I got extra affectionate a little bit, and so I think that there's some kind of like psychic thing there because I kind of like have a premonition sometimes that I get real worried. Oh, who's? And I don't want to think like that, like because and I'm sure like I always worry, but just like I feel like I was particularly concerned that something I don't know. I just want to have them as long as possible. So I'm just sitting here waiting for a phone call like, we have him and he's fine, and or I see him in the backyard or something like that. I just hope I put his picture up there. I put my address, my phone number, and so I'm just waiting for a call. Hopefully, with good news, But really tired. I'll do a little short sleep stream because I want to go under the covers so bad and cuddle with Lola right now because we're worried, and I want to. But at the same time, I want if I get a phone call, I want you guys to be here to like hold my hand a little bit. If you don't mind, if Aurora wants to be here or something like that. But you guys have fun talking in the chat. Yeah. Who's bang? And my mental Beta broke me. My mental state of mind. Hey, oh, I'm sorry. Did I miss a comment? I'm sorry. And I'm just kind of like a little bit down. I'm looking at my TV though, and you guys talk, and I'll pop up in a few minutes, but I just want to cuddle with the cat under the covers for a little bit, but I don't want to I want to kind of be here. So I'm sorry if I missed the comments. I'm sorry about it. If you want to come on the link or something, I'll kind of try to keep an eye on the chat a little bit. Okay, well that's okay. I'll come under. She wants me to come under the covers. Okay, so hi baby, hi babe. She's purring. You're purring, huh? Good girl. Okay. They're purring. It's so warm under here. Good girl. Come here. So I'm under that yet. So she comes and she like curls up and cuddles. And it's like I'm just petting her under the covers. She's purring. Hi, Lola. You okay? Okay. Good girl. I'm just gonna cuddle with her for a minute. And I'll pop out when I I haven't had coffee today. I'm a little low this week, but Alex has been helping me, and like last night I got some really generous donations, and I was able to kind of enjoy myself yesterday and get enough to eat and stuff. But yeah, there's nothing like cuddling with a cat though. That she's like has this kind of like upset, worried purr about her right now. A little sad. Okay. You go out. Here, you can see her. See? And then Rudy's right next to my head right here. There's Rudy right here. Okay. You're curling up next to my lap. Okay, baby. Come on. Come on, warm up. Come on. My feet are cold. It's freezing here. I haven't had coffee. I'm a little tired. I want you guys to have fun in the chat. I'm so tired lately, I don't know. I don't think it's entertainment to let someone just be attacked and hey, shut up, you dumb bitch, blah, 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 blah. It's like, maybe when I started, it was kind of entertaining, but it gets old real quick to me. And I want to move on to the better part of it, where it's like, okay, can we work something out? Can we talk? Can we become friends again and stuff? Or just that's with people, it's like, instead of I don't want to just fight with people and and I will always lose fights because it's I'm not willing to go as far as some people and stuff, go as low, because I'm just and I can get low and I can get dirty, but it's right, but it's I really don't want to. I always feel guilty. I feel bad. I feel I'd rather just get along with people. Hi babe, hi Lola. It's so nice and warm under here. That's how I sleep. Is I get all warm, and then I have my eyes closed, and I like the darkness kind of. And because when it's so dark, then you start to see stuff. Stuff appears in your head. It's weird. I don't know if you guys are like that, but when I'm in darkness, and it's I dream. I start to dream. I dream when I'm awake. When do you guys watch me? A little sleepy, huh? The cat's so warm. You laying with me? Hi, babe. Yeah, the other night there's like this really good looking guy, and I was like, hey, come to my open panel sometime. I've got like, between 30 and 60 people in the chat. Usually I have 3,000 subscribers. I think he had 5,000. He's really good looking. And he's like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm like, well, it's like, no one has to go where they don't want to go, but it's like, you don't have to be rude about it. And they say, no, I'm good. I'm not even interested in looking at your chat. I have no interest at all in doing anything. Of course, that's fine, but I think people would at least like people that are like kind of under, there's some people like have 300 people subscribers, and then oh, there's somebody here. Oh, Natalie's here. Let's see. Hi, Natalie.
How you doing?
I'm okay. One of my cats has not come home for a day, so I'm a little bit concerned. Tricks might get a little white.
About it. They go missing for a while. They'll come back.
Yeah.
They do that. She'll be fine.
Yeah, I hope so. Are you doing good?
Yeah, I'm all right. It's really sunny here, Psyche, so I'm having a beer. A nice cold beer.
Yeah, I had a couple drinks last night. I had like a few. I think I had like 3 drinks, but then I got pretty.
Look what I got. Piano.
Oh, play some piano. I love it. Play some piano for me, please. Ooh, Berlise.
I don't know a lot. I don't know this one.
You're good.
Oh, made a mistake. Then I want to go. I want to go.
Yeah, bang those keys. Was that the only instrument you play? You play piano? Do you play anything else?
Not really. I used to have a flute, but I didn't really play professional. I will get a flute again. Trust me.
You won't, or you will?
I will get a flute.
Yeah, I mean, I love the flute. The wind instruments. I love panpipes. You like the sound of panpipes?
Panpipes.
Yeah. Panpipe is like...
Oh, yeah, I like panpipes. I used to like Moods. There used to be a CD that my mum bought me from the dollar store, and it was all Moods songs. So basically, it was pop songs played in like panpipes or something. I remember Here Comes the Sun. Have you ever heard of that one?
It's all right.
That was one of the songs, and there was one.
The Beatles? Is that Beatles? Yeah.
And that was played in like some sort of panpipe thing. There's no one. Sunshine. I can't sing at the minute because my throat.
There's no sunshine when she's gone.
I won't find my sunshine, but you won't find me. Pick up your dawn, move on down the street. Sorry, my throat is terrible, Psyche.
Mine is too. I've been imitating this woman named Christine. It's just killing me.
What kind of material is that blanket?
I think it's made of polyester. This blanket, what kind of material is it? I think it's polyester.
It looks like sheep's wool.
Yeah, it's really comfortable. It's super comfortable. But I think it's like if you put a flame to it, it would melt. Basically,
Can I ask you a question, Psyche? You like going on the blankets? Are
yeah.
you autistic by any chance?
Um, I'm not diagnosed like with anything, but
You could have autism, That's probably why you like going in a small space under your blanket.
I do like under the blanket. I like it is like a secure.
A lot of people back in our day we've not been diagnosed when we were younger. We used to just get scolded and they thought we were being naughty. Yeah,
I do have
sometimes
like
autism.
my mind works like in an abstract way. Like I don't think like most people. Like my mind goes to like weird, not like bad places, but I just think differently, like than a lot of people. And so I don't know if that's part of it or something. But it's like I'm very abstract. I like to make connections like with like unrelated things, and I like to find the similarities, and I like obsess a lot about certain kinds of knowledge, and maybe I'm socially awkward a little bit, in that like yeah.
Sorry if I'm looking like shit tonight. I ain't got no
So
makeup.
it's
I've
just
been
lovely.
clean and I've been making the fire up to
Making it
like.
fun.
So I've been cooking, and I used a chip pan for the first time today to cook wedges, and I did a good job.
Yeah, I love a good home cooked meal, or I make a casserole. I'm thinking of making a John Wayne casserole soon. Maybe the stream. It's like about $20 of ingredients. A couple pounds of all you need is a couple pounds of taco meat, some biscuits. Like the refrigerated biscuits kind of stuff. That's the crust on the bottom. A couple pounds of taco
Um,
meat, some cheese mixed with sour cream and mayonnaise, and some jalapenos, some vegetables, and it's really really good. And then you put jalapenos on top of it and stuff. And yeah, I'm a little bit like also like a little bit hung over, and so it's like kind of like overwhelming a little bit to be outside, like out in the light and stuff. So I kind of like I just like to be under my eyes closed a little bit, but I apologize if I'm a little bit, you know, under the blanket right now, but it's just comfortable for me, and I still do want to be online though, you know. So it's been kind of going crazy lately, just conflicts, and there's a lot of people like project onto me like what they are, and it's like it's hard because like I have so many projections I deal with.
yeah. You know what? Somebody's gone and done.
What?
Cut me dad's flag down. In Britain,
What
people get offended if you wave, if you have a Union Jack outside your house because of all these illegal immigrants, right? And they're literally taking down British flags and they're putting all Palestine flags up. Do you think that's terrible? Do you think we should be defensive about that when they're coming over, taking down our flags and putting up their flags? Or do you see that as a vengeful tactic? They're not coming here to get along, they're coming here to take over. You get me? We got some stupid English people who are like lefties and they'll go along with it.
Yeah,
You know? They'll go along with it, Psyche.
yeah.
They're like, come and raid our village. Come and they're so dumbed down. They'll just stand there like a fucking Mongol and just let people take everything because they ain't got no backbones. And then they'll cut, they'll secretly, sneakily cut down our flags in the doll where they don't see them. Well, we're going to put a CCT camera up. So next time, when that flag's going straight back up, and we'll see who's doing it, and then we can get them done
Hmm.
by the police. So
The police have been here quite a bit
this
lately.
is Great Britain. We're allowed to fly the Union Jack. I'm sorry, but we are. It's our country, not Palestine. You know what? I don't blame Israel in a way. I can see why they have a problem with Palestine because they like to go in and shove their opinions up people's backsides. You know what I mean? Sparky. Now I'm on about somebody vandalising my father's property. My dad passed away and he wanted that flag up. Somebody cutting down, being disrespectful to my dad who's worked in Britain all his life. Then you've got illegal immigrants coming here, getting free hotels, free cars, and my dad's paycheck gets cut. Not on, is it, Psyche? Not fair, is it? How would you like it if you was working 12-hour shift a day down a pit and then some fucker comes in shouting weird chants and moaning and crying and they get fucking everything? Did my old man cry down the pit? No. He was brave. No, it's not because of that at all. Yeah, that is talking sense, but just to the wrong audience. I'm talking to Americans. How would you like it if people came to America burning your flag and putting up their flags everywhere? How would you feel? And how would you like all your money going towards them? You like that? Why are they going to rape your daughters and your wives? Are you going to just sit there and do nothing? No. That's why some of us Brits have pride in our country and what our grandfathers fought for, and we raised the Union Jack. Well, so did the Romans, but the Vatican's taken over, ain't they? Pope, what's the new Pope called? Do you know his name, Psyche? I don't care to know his name. He's the beast. He's the Antichrist. I was going to go to the toilet, so I was going mute. I'm back, Sankey. Oh, so did America. Yes, but that was done by the Roman Catholics, mostly. Anyway, moving on. About someone more positive. What do you have for dinner, Sankey? Yeah, but is that the working English taxpayers' fault? No, it's not. Sleep, Psyche. I'll let you get some sleep. See you later, mate.
Hello? It's dreamy. Oh. 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 I'll come back later. Thanks for being here, guys. Say a prayer for church for me. Love you. Mm. I'm gonna sleep straight. Oh. Oh. I'm sorry, guys. I'm tired. Yeah. God, you got clipped with me last night. Um, uh, uh. Sorry, guys. Oh, my throat.
Um, um,
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I'm like on the codex a little bit. Oh, that's my feet. Mm. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh. How's everyone doing? Oh, I was everyone's gone here. I had to go away for a little bit. I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep. Sorry. Love you. I love you. Hey, P, I'll be back. Oh, I'm tired. I'll sleep all day. I love you.